Africa. Good evening, fellow Africans. My name is Controller Nyamanduklu. I, Controller Nyamanduklu, I am an African patriot of Kenya. I am the acting and incoming MCA, Northeast Kolua 2027. This evening, I have great news for the great people of Africa. And I want to talk majorly about Julius Malema. Julius Malema, as you all know him, is our strong Pan-African leader in South Africa. He is an African patriot of South Africa. We as Africans, we won't recognize ourselves as Kenyans, as Chadians, as Senegalese no more. We will become African patriots of our respective countries. Museveni is an African patriot of Uganda. Raila Amolo Odinga is an African patriot of Kenya. Julius Malema is an African patriot of South Africa. In the recent election, Malema was unfortunate enough to finish as the presidential candidate number 4. He failed to be the president-elect, not only by one spot, not only by two, not only by 3 spots. Julius Malema, by bad luck, he took the 4th place wholeheartedly. And unluckily enough, the 4th place was the last place. So Julius Malema had one of the worst days during the presidential election of this year. And Julius Malema, as we remember him, not long ago, it was only 2 years ago, he was attacking Raila verbally. Raila Amolo Odinga. He was attacking him and claiming that Raila had a hunger for power. He was saying that Raila should step down and stop fighting for the democracy and free election in Kenya. But Julius Malema, the same person we expected so much from him, with his strong vocals, we expected him to be the top one. We expected him to be the president-elect. With all his strength and his political maneuvers and his vision, Julius Malema is a visionary leader. But he ended up being the 4th place in the election. Julius Malema, I, the controller, I'm an African patriot of Kenya. I'm here to give you hope that despite everything that you have gone through in the election, there's always next time. I know as you were growing up, you went to school. And school was not so easy. You are somewhere in primary school or secondary school. I believe maybe you will have finished in the top 1, but not easily. I'm sure you finished in numbers that correlate to the number you have finished in this presidential election. But you still went on. You still pushed yourself to the level that you have reached. And me, I'm proud of you. As I stand here, you tried, you did your level best. You took the 4th place. You attacked Raila, but fate had surprises for you. Fate had other things in mind. All is not lost. The journey has only begun. You are still a young leader. You are energetic. You are focused. You are a revolutionary. And above all, you are a freedom fighter. With your political party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, with that EFF, I know you will steer South Africa to the levels that it's supposed to reach. It may not have happened this year as you planned. Because of Zuma, because of Ramaphosa, because of the pale people that are in South Africa. I won't call them white. They are pale and unhealthy. They call themselves white, but they are not white. Because of some pale person, became the 4th of the election. But we are here, we are giving you all our support. Push on strong. You have all that it takes to become the leader and the next president of South Africa. The ANC has ruled for South Africa for over 30 years, but remember something. South Africa was ruled by the pale people for over 300 years before Mandela came and brought the freedom and liberation of the black man. Now, you and I, we can stand right here because of Mandela. And you, Malema, you are the future Mandela. You are the future of South Africa. With you and all your policies, I know that South Africa will one day become the first nation in the world, economically, and your focus is on economics. Another thing, Malema, you are always very passionate about the unity of Africa. I, the controller, am also very passionate about Africa and Africans in general. You want Kiswahili to be the language that is supposed to unite Africa. I know you are advocating for the adoption of Kiswahili as the official language of Africa. I, as a Kenyan patriot, I, as an African patriot of Kenya, I give you my full support. Kiswahili will unite Africa. Kiswahili is already spoken in over 10 countries. Introduce it in South Africa. We'll introduce it in West Africa, in Central Africa, in North Africa. Kiswahili will be spoken in this continent. Kiswahili will replace Portuguese, will replace Spanish, will replace English and French. Malema, as a strong and passionate leader you are, I know you can take Africa to the levels that it's supposed to reach. The whole of South Africa is with you, the whole of Africa is with you. It's always next time. It's only 5 years. Your political party is still, and it's the best political party in South Africa. And Africa. We as Africans gladly have you continue with the legacy of Gaddafi. Gaddafi was from Libya. It's in North Africa. We had another great leader, Magufuli, from Tanzania in East Africa. The two were assassinated by Western countries. And you know what? Julius Malema, you're the next leader to unite Africa. We have very many agendas, and one of the agenda is to create one currency for the African continent, using the gold-backed currency that Gaddafi had in mind, the Gaddafi vision. You, Julius Malema, can take us there. I know in your own words you say that if saving Africa would cost you votes in South Africa, then they can stay with their votes. Tell the South Africans, tell those white and pale people in South Africa, they can stay with their votes. If uniting Africa will cost you the presidential seat, they can stay with their seat. If uniting Africa will cost you a political party, a government, a South African government, they can stay with their government. They can stay with everything they want to stay with. We will continue and we will unite Africa. The revolution started and it's going on. Together we will reach there. South Africa and the whole of Africa will be the cradle, the epitome. It will be the highest most point, the highest level of this one. South Africa will be the economic point and the economic country of Africa. And the whole of Africa will rise because of South Africa and because of you. South Africa could never have been where it is because of Mandela. But it will never reach where it is supposed to be without you. You are everything in that country. They can stay with everything they want to stay with. They can have it all. If at all they want to have the country, let them have it. We have the continent. If at all they want the leadership, let them have it. We have the leadership of the continent. We as Africans, we can never be defeated. We can never stay down. Julius Malema, you are everything that this continent needs. And you're not alone. We have several other great leaders in this continent. We have Diomaye Faye. We have Thomas Sankara's dream, reliving, and it's in life form, of the Burkinabe president, Bassirou of Senegal, and the Burkinabe president, Ibrahim Traore. You're not alone. Africa is rising. Continue to take it ahead. In fact, let the South Africans rule themselves. Ramaphosa and Zuma, they are two people advanced in age. Let them continue. We are still young. We have greater things to do. Our hands are tied. So we can't go on bickering with people who have achieved almost everything in their lives. We we still have the whole of our lives ahead of us. South Africa is not going anywhere. We will, and we must, and we should be the leaders of Africa, not only South Africa. I, the controller, along with all the youthful people of this continent, give you our support. We are with you in everything that you do. All decisions that you make them for us and with us. And all decisions that we make on the ground, we make them with you in mind. As I conclude, I live with a quote. This quote says, a leader knows where the people want to go and he leads them. But a great leader knows where the people want to go, and even if they don't necessarily want to go there, he would lead them to where they ought to be.